Well, I mean, a number of things for the first half of the year. Firstly, our mobile business did incredibly well. We've seen revenue growth contribution by the mobile business improving by about 50% of last year, so very strong performance. The second bit is that we took a firm grip on our costs. Our costs declined by about 2.3%, excluding inflation. So if you include inflation, actually it's a nice big number around performance. Thirdly, I think we've stabilized the decline in our fixed line business. Previously, our fixed line business was declining at a rate of about 2-3%. Now that's below 2%. So we're really arresting the decline, much better performance on the mobile side, and a better cost performance.
So what do you attribute to the good performance in the mobile sector?
Well, I mean, a number of things. I think that the guys have been able to open up very new and different distribution channels, and I think that's worked well. Secondly, I think that the data proposition that Telkom has is very, very strong in the market, leveraging LTE, our integrated bundles. I think that has really helped our mobile business. I think as well, the teams have really been focused on customer experience and customer service. They've done a great job with their stores. If you visit some of our stores, they're really fresh. There's a lot more sales happening there. And I think that the overall shift in the tempo of the company around customer experience has been very, very strong.
We know that you obviously want to get a larger market share, and hence we hear that you're in discussions with Cell C. Just tell us what you see as the value proposition there.
While we are exploring Cell C, we think that there might be synergies there in terms of probably the network, probably some opportunities around distribution, probably some opportunities around customers. And that is why currently we are really evaluating the asset to see whether would it fit with the plans that we have of our business. And once we've concluded that evaluation, we'll then have a view. But our strategy around mobile is not dependent on who we acquire or don't acquire. We have a path that we must travel, whether we like it or not, which is sustainability and profitability. And I think that we've hit a very, very important milestone as Telkom to hit break even with our business within this financial year.
Many ask the question, is fixed line dead? Obviously, you've told us that you've lost a lot of money in the past with fixed line. Is it dead? What's your strategy with it?
Well, fixed line is alive, actually, and I think fixed line will be the core platform through which people will be able to experience high-speed broadband. So you kind of think about it, if you want to be able to stream something, or if you want to have a very, very good network experience, actually you can have that over a fixed line. What are we doing about it? We are actually modernizing our fixed line business and our fixed line network. We're investing a lot in fiber to the home, fiber to the cabinet. We have invested a lot in our transport network, that's what we call it, which is the outer rings in the big metropolitan areas. And we're spending a lot more capital now in the last mile part of the network. So from the little blue box that you see to your home, that's where we're putting in fiber. And the speeds that you'll be able to get are phenomenal speeds. You'll be able to get up to at least 100 megabits per second.
Now, we know that you've been going through a restructuring process at Telkom and that a number of jobs have had to go and so on. Can you tell us how many jobs have gone during the period and how many are expected to go during the current period we're in now?
So over the last 6 months, we've lost largely close to about 3,500 to 4,000 jobs through a number of interventions. One of them was outsourcing. There are things that we've come to be very clear as Telkom that we are not the best performers of that task. Somebody else can perform that task better than us at a lower unit cost. So we then took that activity to a third party to say, can you perform that activity for us? Secondly, we made an offer available for voluntary severance packages for people. It's much better than a Section 189 where people are forcibly retrenched, because people can decide quite early. They have the resources. They can then make their own alternative plans about how they want to pursue their careers in the future. I think that we've seen the last of of the VSPs. We may still need to do 1 or 2 areas around outsourcing, and then effectively we're done. So we've made a lot of progress in the period under review, but we started 2 years ago with an unsustainably high headcount, and we've been able to really bring it under control. But what I'm really proud about with Telkom is that we've done it with a lot of dignity and respect, and making sure that people, when they leave the company, they leave feeling whole about how they have been treated.